Okay, so good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for joining us for today's webinar on Certified Ethical Hacker, the latest version, which is version 13. My name is Philip, and I'll be your host for this session. Together with Mane, our presenter, we are happy to have you with us. Mane, are you happy? Can you confirm?
Definitely,
Uh,
definitely. We are very happy the artificial intelligence is with us here. So it's all good. If we cannot handle, then we can ask, and the AI will tell us what to do.
Exactly, that's exactly. Our meeting is being recorded, and you will get access to the recording by the end of the week. We will send you an email message with containing the link to the recording. In short, Noble Prog is a global training company. We provide training in a wide range of IT, including cybersecurity and soft skills. And we are, of course, an accredited training center of EC Council. Let me quickly walk you through the agenda for today's meeting. Okay, so first we'll briefly highlight different training options available in the field of cybersecurity. Next, Manu will cover the key updates and features of the latest version of the CEH. Then you will learn about the specific benefits of the CEH certification and how it can enhance your career. Then Manu will give a live demo on how AI is being used in hacking, which is a key feature in CEH version 13. We will conclude with a Q&A session where we will answer your questions. So feel free to drop your questions in the chat window during the presentation. Just make sure to end each question with a question mark so we can easily track them. And it's worth staying to the end because, as you can see, we have not just one, but two bonuses prepared for the attendees of today's webinar. Okay, so I'm happy to hand things over to our expert, cybersecurity engineer, Mane Piporewski. Mane, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Philip. It will be definitely my pleasure to present the latest version of Certified Ethical Hacker, version 13, that introduced artificial intelligence for the first time in cybersecurity certification program. That means that EC Council is the first vendor that has released cybersecurity certification program that includes artificial intelligence inside. So here in version 13, I will try to get you a glitch of what you can expect to see in the course in this updated version of Certified Ethical Hacker. I've been delivering Certified Ethical Hacker course for about 15 years. Yes, from version number 6, that was the first version of Certified Ethical Hacker that I delivered, and today we have version 13. Many of the cases in the past that we saw an upgrade of the course from version 6, 7, and so on, always introduce latest stuff, because in cybersecurity space we have updates on a not daily basis but hourly basis. So each hour there is a new thing popping up, a new stuff that we need to catch up. So Certified Ethical Hacker, with their updates as a certification program, has shown us that it is up to date with the latest technologies, tools in cyberspace. Let me share my screen and presentation. Okay, great. So you can see, as EC Council certified instructor, I've been delivering EC Council courses, I've mentioned, for 15 years in a row, not only Certified Ethical Hacker, but also other certification programs from EC Council. But today I will discuss about this latest version 13 and what's new in this version 13. Of course, nevertheless, the training beside the classical learning or self-learning methods is always more beneficial, because you have an opportunity to learn from cybersecurity expert. The point to be an expert is not to learn and know the topics, is to practice cybersecurity. how can I actually pass my knowledge is by practicing cybersecurity through my penetration testing um, pro- projects. For 10 years in a row, I have my own company and I do penetration testing, forensic investigation. That means that I speak what I do. So talk the walk is what you will see on the Certified Ethical Hacker course if you sign up for. So let's see what we have from EC Council. The event 9/11 that we all remember was the initial thing that pushed EC Council to release Certified Ethical Hacker as a cybersecurity in the point of time at 2001. It was called IT security, and release a new, a revolutionary certification program, Certified Ethical Hacker, that from that point forward, all the way up to this version 13, has been covering the latest technologies. And today we are covering also artificial intelligence. The benefit in Certified Ethical Hacker is that EC Council developed the curriculum with an information and tools and in knowledge that is the same that is used by malicious hackers, by the ones that perform real damage, by the black hat hackers. And they presented through the material this into a 5 phases of ethical hacking framework. Yes, 5 phases, starting with information gathering, or so-called reconnaissance, scanning, gaining access, maintaining access, and covering tracks or clearing tracks. These 5 phases will be always all the way mentioned through the material in EC Council Certified Ethical Hacker. Nevertheless, the size of this course is really big, but EC Council, for the first time again, has presented cybersecurity program that gets you the knowledge, instruction, of course, given by the instructor, help you to be certified, to get that knowledge as a proof that you know the knowledge with passing the question-based exam, and then get you one more thing, a platform called Engage. Yes, there was a question, do I recommend Hack the Box Academy or Try Hack Me? Well, EC Council has introduced a separate platform called Engage, which is an online ILAP environment with the challenges given to you. And you have to go through these virtual machines to hack them to solve those challenges. And through the process, in the Engage, there is no manual. That's a good thing. It's like a capture the flag contest only for yourself that you can do again and again multiple times. Where you have also number 4 in this learning framework from EC Council, the first time introduced CTF within your certification program. Yes, within your certification program, that means that you have access to a CTF contest in EC Council per month level all year long. Each month, you have a separate challenges. So if you are the first one to solve the challenge fast enough or to solve all the tasks, then you will be ranked on the higher scoreboard, and that will make you also beneficial to prove to your employer or to prove to the cybersecurity community that you have the knowledge and skills to really do the ethical hacking tasks. So this learning framework with 4 phases incorporated inside Certified Ethical Hacker can help you to strengthen your skills, not only the knowledge. Yes, a lot of education gets you the knowledge, but here you get the skills. You get these hands-on labs. You have an option to practice, with Engage, and to compete, to get this CTF, to see mostly interesting things like how to perform the latest type of exploit for the vulnerability that is only 2 months old. Really, really great thing. So within the Certified Ethical Hacker version 13, what do you have? You have 20 modules, the same number of modules like in the version 12, the same name of the modules like in the version 12. Nothing is changed within the size of the module. basically the number is the same, the name of the module is the same. But what do we see in version 13 is incorporation of ethical hacking artificial intelligence techniques. I will get back to these slides just to mention regarding the AI. Incorporation of AI in cybersecurity in Certified Ethical Hacker version 13 is incorporated in all the phases in hacking methodology: reconnaissance, scanning, gaining access, maintaining access, and clearing tracks. Everywhere we have AI incorporated in version 13. Before we jump and speak about this AI, what do we have as a new thing? There was one more thing that you need to know for the Certified Ethical Hacker certification program, is that now you have option to get 2 exams. One is the question-based exam, that is the knowledge-based examination with 4-hour duration, about 125 questions. And it is a passing score of 70%, but not a 70% from 125 questions, but 70% from 6 topics. Categorize all the questions in. That means you get all 125 questions divided in 6 topics. If for each topic, you need to have minimum 70% successfully answered questions so you can pass the knowledge-based exam. The second exam is called Certified Ethical Hacker Practical Examination, that is in 6-hour duration, totally 20 practical challenges that you have a challenge to respond to make them, to find the keys and make them solved. Those challenges, those 20 practical challenges, are not like in the lab exercises directly, but they are linked exploits. That means to solve one challenge, you have to do 2 or 3 hacking scenarios in order to get that key or to get that flag that you need to prove that the challenge is solved. So 20 practical challenges, really challenging. It's not like the Certified Ethical Hacker, that practical exam was released about 4 years ago. 4 years ago, the Certified Ethical Hacker practical exam had the challenges, but those were challenges that came up from the iLab exercises, directly as they were presented. Today, the Ethical Hacker practical or skill practical exam is having 20 practical challenges that are routing and changing and modifying all the time. So you have to really get the skills in order to solve these challenges, to understand, to have the knowledge, and of course practice with Engage, with CTF, and get those skills, and then sit and do the practical examination. It's really challenging. One other thing in the Certified Ethical Hacker version 13 is that the practical examination, now it is ANSI accredited. This one that you see here, ANAP, ANAB 17024, that is the proof that the Certified Ethical Hacker practical certificate is personal certificate ANSI accredited. So that is really, really challenging because not so many certificates in cybersecurity are located on that list. And if you pass this knowledge-based exam and the practical exam, successfully pass, of course, both of them, then you will be awarded with Certified Ethical Hacker Master Certificate. This is called dual certification. That means ultimate proof for your knowledge and for the skills that you have to actually perform the tasks in ethical hacking. One of a kind. This kind of method, this kind of approach in examination is the first time seen by this EC Council Certified Ethical Hacker program. So what's new in version 13? As we all have seen, artificial intelligence is all over the news. And artificial intelligence is also today a very popular thing in this so-called regulations in European Union. European Union has recognized that with artificial intelligence, many job places, many areas in the economy will be under influence of maybe a risk, maybe a benefit. We don't know what kind of activities will be there, but they have to regulate. So there is a new regulation regarding artificial intelligence usage in information technology in everyday society. So this is European Union. It's not worldwide, but European Union, of course, we are uh, Poland is a European Union member country. Macedonia, where I come from, we are candidate member for European Union. So basically, we are trying to get all the law regulations in line with European Union regulations. So EC Council has been introducing artificial intelligence in Certificate Hacker version 13, and it is all over the news also. So it's not something new that we have as an AI in the news, but it's new that EC Council is the first certification program that introduced this as a new thing. In the next coming slide, you have these 5 phases in ethical hacking methodology that I previously mentioned and explained that is the unique approach that EC Council created in delivering the knowledge to the students. Basically, all the tools, hacking techniques, methods that are used by the black hat hackers, by the bad guys, are categorized into this methodology that helps professionals in cybersecurity to easily learn and adopt and get those skills to reproduce the hacking attacks in ethical hacking projects. Where do we have the artificial intelligence? The ethical hacking domains that are given here, from gaining access, maintaining access, and clearing tracks, incorporate a domain called hacking AI. With artificial intelligence, we can jump to predefining what we know that what do we want to do in the attack. Explain in words, in sentence, and AI will do it for you. So this is learn inside the course. We have a so-called shell GPT that I will demonstrate at the end, and that is something that is mind-blowing what is actually doing in ethical hacking. So here we have a couple of things that AI can help us to do. Insecure output handling. Basically, you get something as an output from an application while you are testing. And it might take you like half a day to analyze and pinpoint what's important from that chunk of data. AI can help you to handle that output. So what do? You put that output into the AI, you have a couple of questions, and AI will get out what you need from the output for further attack, exploit, and so on. Denial of service model choice, supply chain vulnerability exploiting, all of these are possibilities that you can do with AI. So ChatGPT, that has been known to the public and it's all over the news, and we have it in social networks, in Instagram, Facebook. Everybody's showing what is the power of ChatGPT. Not only ChatGPT, here we have a couple of other AI tools that we can use. All of them are integrated into so-called Shell GPT through the Open AI. Shell GPT, really powerful stuff that is the foundation in the Certificate Hacker version 13 AI section, which also I will present at the end. You have to know that with great power comes great responsibility. That means this course, when you sign up for it, will give you NDA document that you will sign before the course start. That NDA is very important because that NDA protect me, training organization, and the vendor EC Council from any misuse of the information given to you for ethical hacking, including the one with AI. AI is really dangerous. You have to be very careful what do you do with it, because one single mistake, one single thing can be very destructive for your career, even because accidentally attacking a target for which you don't have any permission might arise on criminal case against you. Yes. So what do we have as a scenario for use of Shell GPT? Before I jump to Shell GPT, just to get a little more about it, there is a question: can we use AI to replace ethical hackers? Okay, so can we use AI? No, AI cannot replace ethical hackers. Still not. Why? Well, if we talk about artificial intelligence, uh, we don't talk about something that substitutes the human. No, we talk about a technology that helps us humans to be more efficient in what we are doing. It's not that AI is from last year or year before. AI is with us for a very long time through a different services. But now, through this learning model, through ChatGPT, we saw that the power of the AI and huge processing computers can help us to speed up those techniques that were on the movie screen seen first time with Iron Man, for example. Yeah, I will get back to the questions later. So Shell GPT allow us to get an example of writing in a sentence a task and describing what we would like for ethical hacker to perform for us. Like, for example, here we have launching a scan. Shell GPT automatically generates, let me just get this, yeah. Shell GPT automatically generates the command to scan the target network range for active hosts. So this is the nmap command that is automatically generated by Shell GPT. If you ask Shell GPT perform scan on the network range for active hosts, it will generate this command for you. This is a simple example. In the demo later, I will show you a more complex one.
You're not sharing the screen after showing the answer. Can you share your screen back, please?
Okay. Okay, I think that it's here now. Great. So this was actually the one that I was mentioning, where you have an option to pinpoint to ChatGPT, or in this case Shell GPT, to do the task for you. Not only to create the command with which you will perform port scanning, enumeration, or other activities. It is also to start and execute that. We will see that in the demo. Okay. Think that. Okay, so in the case of a Shell GPT, it's one of the things that you can see in version 13, but it's not AI only. Certified Ethical Hacker program has also made these, I think that the screen is shared now, yeah? Can you confirm that is all good? Yes, great, thank you. So beside AI, Easy Council introduced in version 13 also a renewed instructional design. So the slides that you can see on the presentation here, these slides are completely redesigned to have the focus on core learning objectives, enhance design aesthetics, reduce visual fatigue, so clean graphic. In the versions that we presented, that we lectured before version 13, yes, they were quite good looking slides, but as times go, the EC Council board listened for the comments and for all the complaints from the students, from the instructors, and make it to be more renewed, more redesigned, more efficient for us to present and for you to learn from. So this redesign, renew is very, very good looking and very in a form, very easy to help you to learn more from this course. Okay, so I will stop here. That means I will be passing the demo now. So the Certifiable Hacker gets you the hands-on labs. All students will have a subscription for 6 months for the hands-on labs, which are conducted online through the iLab platform. EC Council Certifiable Hacker version 13 delivers the iLab through the CyberQ. CyberQ is a specially created platform for the iLabs by EC Council, but also they are in contract with Learn on Demand platform from where they also deliver this. Let me show you how this thing looks like. So I have been signed into Learn on Demand platform for the version 13 hands-on lab exercises. And as you can see, for all the modules, we have a separate lab environment that when you click the launch button, it will be built and then you can actually do that labs. For the lab environment, for the module number 6, is where we will focus. This is the one. So when you officially run the lab environment is built into the browser, so you don't need anything to install on your host. So everything is done through the browser. So through the browser, you have access to all the virtual machines, you have access to all the lab manuals from the Certifiable Hacker. Everything is explained there. So in in this screen that you see, there is this instruction section and a resources section. In the resources section, the virtual machines given to you to operate within the iLab are Windows 11, Windows Server 2022, Windows Server 2019, Parrot Security. Yes, we don't use Kali. We use Parrot. Why do we use Parrot? Is because Kali Linux, yes, it's open source, but it is with a vendor registered for offensive security. Offensive security doesn't allow the use of Kali Linux in other certification programs. And of course, that's why the EC Council Certifiable Hacker from the last 2 versions have adopted Parrot Security Linux edition with all hacking tools pre-built for as an attacker PC for the lab exercises. Then we have Ubuntu, Windows 11, Windows Server 2019. And of course, these all machines, if they jam or if there is a problem, you can reset them. It's quite easy to do that, and you will have no problem to continue to work in several seconds. Really great platform for having those exercises. So what I will present, I will go to Parrot Security. And in the case of Parrot Security, because of the feature copy paste for text in Linux, the limit of that feature in Linux, I will be using SSH service to access Parrot OS. Sorry, I mentioned Kali before, so it's Parrot. To access Parrot through the SSH to get that terminal, but through a virtual machine that is Windows. Because the copy paste feature for text in the iLab environment works only on Windows operating system. So here we have Windows. Let's close this. And in Parrot Security, in order to access the SSH, we need to go to System Services, SSH, and start the SSH server. Here we have a message that the SSH is already activated. So let's see what is the IP address in the attacker PC 10.10.1.13. So now on this IP address, we have SSH service up and running, to which we will connect from Windows 11 machine. Again, I will repeat, we will connect from this machine because from this machine, we can do copy paste from a host, because I have my examples in a textual format in the host. So I need to copy paste them, including the key from OpenAI that I will use from my subscription to have Shell GPT in demonstration. So let's open CMD and SSH to connect to SSH to the attacker PC with the username attacker. That will be the Parrot security PC 10.10.1.13. And my name is my password. Please verify me. Just kidding. The password is always Tor, the reverse of root. So here we are. We go with sudo su to get the terminal with root access. So that will be, again, my name is my password. Verify me. Great. Let's clear the screen and we are ready to start. So in order to start, what do we need to execute? Let me first show you the copy paste feature that I previously mentioned. So in order to be able to start the Shell GPT and execute Shell GPT, I will try to copy paste my API key for Shell GPT or OpenAI subscription that Shell GPT uses. So the OpenAI subscription for you to use is not a subscription for the chat GPT, it's a subscription for the API AI. So if you go to OpenAI, create an account, then you can get that in. Okay, so let me show you. So we go with SGPT, that will be Shell GPT. So when you put this here, it seems that it is already entered. That's it. It doesn't ask me for my key. So because I previously entered my key, so this is my key. Okay, so we are here. Let's see what we can do. If you would like to do a port scanning, in ethical hacking, we learn about port scanning. So we learn how to find open ports on the target IP addresses. So we can try to use a technique called SYN scan, TCP full scan, idle scan or zombie scan, and so on. But for all those techniques, you need to know how you can use them with several tools, like Nmap, for example. So if I want to do a port scanning with Nmap, so I type Nmap minus, and then I can choose to do port scanning like ST switch, that's the TCP connect technique. And then if there is no ECMP enabled on the target machine, that means there is no ping possibility, we can use the switch minus PN, which will not perform ping before the scan. Nmap is a unique tool that is capable to do the port scanning only if there is a ping success for the target machine. So it first checks, is the target machine live or not, by performing a ping sweep. Unfortunately, some target machines are live, but they don't have ECMP enabled. So in this case, we need to use this switch minus PN. So this is the second switch. The third switch might be defining what port we want to scan. Like, for example, we want to scan the port 443. We want to scan the port 25. Or we want to scan all the ports, minus P minus. This will do the scanning on all 65,534 ports on the target IP address. So then we can put something like minus OX that will define the output of the results format. That means all the results from the scan will be saved into a file report in an XML format. So in this case, if we put OX, it will be an XML format, but the XML format Just a second, excuse me. And then we can specify the target based on the IP address, for example, like this. Or we can specify all IP addresses from that pool to be our target. So this is how the ethical hacker is actually creating a command to perform ethical hacking activity port scanning. So this has to be known for you. So many times there is some typo error, something that you mistake, some error, like for example, instead of number 1 here, you put 11, so the results are wrong. You have to go back again and you lose half an hour. So in order to save time, SGPT AI can help us. How? Well, we type SGPT and minus shell, and then we type here what we would like to perform in a description, in a sentence. Like, for example, let me show you this one. Now we go to copy paste feature. This is the type clipboard text copy paste feature from the iLab that allows you to copy paste text, command, anything that you would like into the virtual machine. So you put this here, type OK, and it will be automatically retyped into the virtual machine, ready for you to use. Imagine if you have a lot of things to put inside. So this is really helpful feature, copy paste, type clipboard text. So the question that we pass to the AI to perform for us is perform TCP port scanning on common ports with scene scan using Nmap, HPing, and MASCAN. So we have 3 tools here. That's a benefit. So it's not only HPing that it will construct the switches and the command. It will also construct it for HPing, for MASCAN on a specific target. And it says save the results in XML format, but with Nmap Bootstrap. Yes, there is a style sheet rendering the report in a format that it is beneficial for us as a human to read from. So this is called Nmap Bootstrap. It's not the default rendering of the report in the XML. It's something that you need to manually do it yourself upon creating the report after finishing the scan. That takes a lot of time, a time that ethical hacker sometimes don't have. So what do we do here? We just press enter, and it is creating these attacks for us. You can see it here. So Nmap, SS, all things set, everything that we will actually not waste time, but we will actually take maybe half an hour, maybe 5 minutes, but still more than the Shell GPT has. So in this case, Shell GPT present the command so we can review. If we would like to change it, then we can abort and try to change it, make the question or make the Shell GPT a little more informative how it should do and what it should do. So upon Shell GPT giving us the command that it has generated from our text, we have an option just to put this E here, E, that will automatically execute this command for us. Yes, you don't need to do anything. Here's my hand. I don't need to do anything. Everything will be done automatically, and all the scanning. So this is very powerful type of tool for ethical hackers. AI doesn't replace ethical hackers. It's a new tool, a new technique, new tool in the arsenal of the ethical hacker that makes him to be more efficient, more easy to perform this type of tasks. Do anyone have GitHub link for that SGPT. Yes, as you can Google SGPT is there. You have also on GitHub. You can download, install in Linux. It's not a problem, Shell GPT. But what is important is that you need to have an open AI subscription in a budget money put on your account, so you can use the API key of SGPT, and your question, your task in textual format will be passed to OpenAI to be executed there and get back the results to your terminal screen. Which one are you using here? Yes, which one am I using here? Just a second to find that link. Yep, I will share the link with you in a second. This one I'm using, Shell GPT. From the RIT, that will be the one that I presented. Yes, the scan, actually, the demo is not still over. So let's cancel the scan, Control S, Control C. Yep, here we are. So I will go to Parrot Security, where I have an option in the home folder to see the Nmap results XML report that was generated by the Nmap command created by the chat GPT or by the Shell GPT. So let's open this to see what do we have here. Here is it. Great. So we have here the report from the Nmap scan in the rendered Bootstrap view. You can see the Bootstrap is really, really good looking. You have features here. You have functionalities in this report where you can filter, you can search for open services and so on. Really, really powerful rendering style sheet for the XML reports. So in short, that was the presentation of the Shell GPT. So because of the time limitation, I will jump directly to the Q&A section. Let's see here. So there are a lot of questions, interesting ones, definitely. Wow, a lot of questions. So the first question, do you think, let me click display. Okay, so I think that the question is now stop displaying, display. You can see the question. If there are any more questions, you can ask them. It's not a problem. Okay, so do you think that Hack the Box Academy is good point to start the journey, or for any reason try HackMe is better or other sites? Well, EC Council is a certification program that is with us, the vendor behind many certification programs that is with us for more than 20 years. So I do recommend definitely to use certification program from EC Council, the Certified Ethical Hacker version 13, Engage, CTF, iLabs, everything is there. They're great, but in ethical hacking, it's not enough. It's always something that you need to go more and more. That means you need to get into every single resource that you can get a hands on, especially Hack the Box, Capture the Flag, try HackMe virtual machines, where we have challenges from contests that were happening in the previous years. So are really interesting techniques that are presented in the write-ups from those CTFs. So I do recommend to go to Try HackMe, to go to Hack the Box, have a subscription from them. It's not really so much expensive, only $5-7 per month, something like that, which will help you to get access to that platform, to have more tasks, more challenges, more techniques, to learn more about hacking in many topics, not only web application, but also penetration testing, in exploit development, and so on. Second question is AI area also including usage of AI tools, or exam focuses on prompt attacks and similar concept? So AI area is focusing on what AI tools can we use for ethical hacking, how we can use them. And of course, there will be questions on the exam regarding the AI, which can be beneficial for you. So definitely, I do recommend that the main thing that you need to focus in version 13 is not only to learn ethical hacking concepts, tools, how you can use those tools, but also how you can automate everything with AI, and the name of AI tools that you can actually use, because AI is not only Shell GPT. There are also other learning GitHub learning model software from GitHub that you can download and install to use AI offline. Yep. Can the client request for AI not to be used in an ethical hacking project? Definitely. Definitely a client can ask, especially if you have a closed environment where no data is supposed to exit. Yes, definitely. And you need to be ready to use the hacking tools without AI. Yes, that means AI is not to help you to only make it less effort for your ethical hacking job task, but to speed up. But you have to learn how to do it without AI also. You have Worm GPT and Fraud GPT twice in the bubble. Why is this just cosmetics? Yeah, well, it in the bubble in the slides, they were mention of technologies from AI that we can use. So those technologies are, some of them are still present, some of them are substituted with another. So basically, this question Worm and Worm GPT for appearing twice, maybe it's because some of the technology has been replaced with something else. So are you showing SM Smith? Okay. Are you showing prompt? Okay, that was for the GitHub. Let me see some other, there are so many questions. Why OpenAI specifically? There are more. Why OpenAI specifically? Well, OpenAI has accessible pricing for us. That means you don't need to pay huge amount of money or to purchase hardware with huge processing power, so you can use these learning models and use offline AI or have your personal AI at home. So OpenAI can speed up the task. Second thing is that through the OpenAI, you have an option to link with another learning models from another users that are located in the cloud. Yes, that will also be mentioned on the lecture. Does the extend time in lab cost? Yes, the lab duration is for totally 6 months. That means you can practice your lab exercises all over again and again repeatedly for a period of 6 months. After that, you need to purchase another subscription for the iLab platform from the ATC, Accredited Training Center, or directly from Missy Council. There is one more question, but if you do only regular, you probably have ready to use script. Do we really need LLM tool in this case? Well, if you have a repetitive task, then you can make a chain of your commands that you previously created, so you can automate your task. You know, automation is actually what AI is good in. So AI will help us to automate. So once you perform several questions, then you can get those commands, copy paste, and you can pipeline. And that pipeline will help you to speed up the tasks, like a chain of activities in ethical hacking that will make a very fast thing for you. And it says, then we have using AI in ethical hacking Separately, you may have topics related to attacking LLMs. Yes, attacking LLMs is always there. So it's the same. Like you raise a child. If you raise a child with the wrong ethics, the child will do a damage to the society. It's the same here. So you can always, but there are safety in open AI systems, safety measures that will actually prevent this type of attacks of LLM. Great. That will be all for the Q&A section. Thank you, everyone. It was my pleasure presenting you Certificate Hacker version 13, new features, new things, and short introduction. So, Philip, pass the ball to you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, Mane, for the demo and presentation. If you can just stop sharing your screen, I've got the promised bonuses for our attendees. Yes, so just quickly at the end. Okay, so there is an upcoming CEH version 13 course, which is going to be delivered by Mane. So if you want to be able to do such tricks like Mane did, okay, he hands up and AI is doing the things for him. As you can see, November 4th to 8th, this is a special group prepared for you. 5 days. 5 days. This is an online course, so it's already discounted, as you can see, but we have a special price for you, my friends. I will send all details in an email. It's going to be even better discounted, and that's the better offer on the Polish market, definitely, if not in the world. So I will send it to you. So that's one thing. That's one bonus number one. Okay. And another bonus, which I need to mention, we offer a free follow-up session delivered by Mane after the training. So usually a couple of weeks after, if you have some questions, we deliver like up to 2 hours live session, online session with Mane, when you can ask your question before taking the exam. So I think it's very beneficial from our experience. It's really helpful. So 5 days at the discounted price and a follow-up session. Okay, that's all from our side. Good timing. Please let me know if you have any questions at the end. I'm looking. If not, thank you very much for attending. We will send a recording by the end of the week. Have a great time and take care. Thank you very much. Thank you, Mane, again.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Philip. Have a good day. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.